What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and I'm here to talk about the only current Star Wars thing I'm truly excited about is Star Wars: The Acolyte. This is going to be a wonderful, whole-blown, crazy show that I just can't wait to review because, my God, is it going to be awful. It's not going to be actual Star Wars. It's going to be something completely different. So reviewing it, you're looking at it and go like, my God, what the heck are they doing here? This is crazy. This is just a nightmare fuel, and I can't wait for the cringe. But you know, when we discuss the Acolyte, when we've been talking about the Acolyte, we don't just go over like everything that's been said. You know, I'll just give you this little example before I bring up all the rest of my examples. You know, you had the Acolyte Charlie Barnett say the best part about Star Wars is there's no good or evil, depends on what side you're standing on. You know, you have comments from the actors doing this. You have comments from Leslie Headland, former personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, who, as Quarterback Garrett says, is just too ugly to get Weinstein. Remember that. It's hilarious. You know, we also discuss about the Acolyte, a lot of us were saying, well, where's the actual, like, release date? When is it actually coming out? We knew it was coming out in 2024. Where is it? What's happening? What's going on with it? We finally have it! We finally have Acolyte release dates! Well, time, zone, area. But for Collider, Star Wars: The Acolyte sets summer 2024 release window. Exclusive. The High Republic set series comes from showrunner Leslie Headland. Oh, I can't wait, because this is going to be an awful series. This is not going to be a good series. This is not going to be something that people actually care about, because the reality is it's all being based off of fan fiction. The High Republic is nothing more than fan fiction. It never happened. It was never an actual time zone. It is solely Disney timeline that solely is set within this weird Disney universe that has failed epically. You're not even getting any more of the let's get High Republic comics that are coming out and anything like that. Well, they are coming back, but they fail miserably time after time after time. They are not a good era at all, but that is solely Disney canon. Everything that you're getting from this point on is Disney canon. It's not actual Star Wars canon. So when you're going to be looking at the Acolytes, this is some weird fanfic gobbledygook that they're trying to say is actual Star Wars when it's not. And I already brought up one example of why this show's not going to be good, but you know, there's no good and evil within Star Wars. It depends on what side you're on. No, I think it's pretty blatantly clear what actual good and evil within Star Wars is. The Emperor is evil, Luke is good. Cut and dry. Yeah, this one, the Acolyte actress Jodie Turner-Smith claims Star Wars is a very, very, like, patriarchal. Yes. Remember when she came out and said that, she got like a clap for when she said it was patriarchal, and she literally did come out and say, yes. Yeah, these people don't know what Star Wars is. They don't care about Star Wars. You know, she went on to further clarify her statement. The Acolyte, Jodie Turner-Smith, claims show having a black lead is so groundbreaking. Says Star Wars is about a man's journey. Completely downplaying, you know, Padme Amidala, Princess Leia, completely downplaying all the actual female characters within the show, even though Ahsoka's series was garbage. For those of us that actually did enjoy, like, the Clone Wars series, Ahsoka was a fan favorite character. Completely also disregarding any of the actual female Jedi masters that were around during the prequel era and during that particular era. Masters that a lot of people do have connections to, masters that a lot of people do care about. Oh, but hey, it's just a man's journey, darling. It's just a man's journey. So patriarchal. And the simple fact that I'm a black character is so groundbreaking. I mean, hi, anybody remember Lando Calrissian? One of the very favorite character in all of OT, a black lead, came in within in the sequel, you know, Empire Strikes Back, and then went on to be one of the main characters, one of those go-to characters. People could argue that he's a side character, but he's a beloved character, and he's one of the greatest characters in all of Star Wars. But hey, you know, she's the first black lead, ladies and gentlemen. We later went on to have Leslie Headland herself discuss stuff. Acolyte showrunner Leslie Headland points to Star Wars creator George Lucas as an example of the misogyny of the auteur myth. you're not an auteur. You're not anything like that. You fed women to a very heinous man, and you didn't get any consequences. You actually got promoted within the industry, and now making a Star Wars series. We'll move on. The Acolyte actress Amanda Steinberg claims that the world of fantasy and sci-fi hasn't felt like a safe space always for people of color. Why is that? Oh, because you guys have this narcissistical view of the world. You guys have to see yourself in every little thing and can't just identify with aspects of a character. You can't identify with something of a character. You have to physically be able to see yourself, skin tone, sexuality, all that stuff in order to actually identify with a character, because you're so narcissistic outright. And remember, when you have all these characters coming out and saying this about Star Wars, all these characters coming out and belittling true Star Wars, Leslie Headland coming out and belittling George Lucas, it goes to show you where they're going to be going with the actual Acolyte series, how they're going to be perceived with the actual Acolyte series, and what their thoughts are around the actual Acolyte series. It's going to be woke. It's going to be social justice. It's going to have a heavy focus on identity politics, because these people are so vapid, shallow, and narcissistic that they have nothing else. They have nothing else to actually deal with. Or I brought him up at the beginning, but we'll deal with him again. The Acolyte's Charlie Barnett absurdly claims he never believed he could play a Jedi because I was not reflected for so many times throughout these films in the past, because I didn't have a character that looked like me, because there wasn't a character that I outright identified with, because I'm such a narcissistic, shallow, vapid human being that the simple fact that I didn't see a brown character on the screen, that I didn't see a black character on the screen, that I didn't see a gay character on the screen, I didn't see any of the stuff. I couldn't see myself within these characters, except with actually identifying with true character traits, true ideals of a character. When you say that, hey, I can identify with Luke, you're identifying with this quest, a man, well, a young man who grew up on a farm, went out to do this fantastical journey, and became more of a hero, became a true hero and a true living embodiment of what it is to be a hero, going so far as not cutting down his own father because he believed his father was truly good in his heart of hearts. Those are characteristics that you can identify with a character, but these people can't actually see this. These people can't actually deal with that. They just see Luke Skywalker and they go like, oh, he's a white guy. We can't identify with him because he's not us. He's not a part of our in crowd. Or you could say, hey, I can identify with Lando, a fun-loving guy who, he's a little scummy here and there, but for the most part, he wants to do a good job. He cares about the people of Cloud City, and that is his first and foremost thing. He is a good leader. Yes, he made a bad mistake within Empire Strikes Back, but he goes on to redeem himself within Return of the Jedi, and those are character traits that you can identify with. And guess what, Lando? I don't look like Lando. I don't, but I like his character traits. I like his aspects of him, and I enjoy dealing with him. You could go on to even talk about Chewbacca. People identify with Chewbacca. Guess what? There's not a whole lot of hairy Sasquatches walking around the world, are there? Not really, but the fact that people can identify with Chewbacca, who literally doesn't have any words other than grrr, it is shocking. Because they identify with character traits over skin color. But again, these people that are making the Acolyte, these people that are dealing with the Acolytes are vapid, narcissistic, egotistical maniacs that solely care about social justice, identity politics, and all these woke ideologies, because they have nothing else to them, because they're not actual creatives. They're not actual people that know Star Wars. They're not actual fans of Star Wars. They just want to take it, bastardize it, and put something out that isn't even akin to anything Star Wars. And when it comes to like the Acolyte, yeah, it's the perfect project for them, because they're dealing with solely fanfic that isn't actual real Star Wars, is nowhere near real Star Wars. It's as much Star Wars as freaking Bean Boozled over here, just slapping on a Star Wars title and saying, we're Star Wars now. That's what the Acolyte is. And it's going to be a miserable, outright, horrific failure of a show that I just literally can't wait for, because it's going to be so fun to review it and put it out everywhere, because it's just garbage. It's garbage waiting to be consumed and made fun of. That's all it is. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.